Welcome back into the channel. Project Car 3 episode 2 build vlog series thing, something long title. Today we're working on the Civics. Yesterday I had a good day at my business. The Civic is actually currently not running right now because I've already started undoing stuff, and I had it running on the Honda, so I was busy for the last 3 days, and we had to move the car to get rid of the Integra, or we had to get rid of the Integra to move the car here. So the Integra, we cut the front end out and we pulled the motor out, all that stuff. Got everything I needed, got the carpet, all that stuff's there. We're gonna probably pressure wash that. See what else. So the car was running on a B20 map, actually, on a B20 map I wrote for my brother's original B20 swap, the B20 Z2 with out the VTEC head, which update on that in a second. We ended up putting that ECU in. Battery was dead, car wouldn't start, so I ended up not knowing if it would run the map. My dad had to get the car here. I left it here. I had to prep. When you're prepping food for football game, guys, you got to do a lot, so it takes a lot of time. So I had to sit on the car for a minute. It kind of sucks, but this isn't my way I make money. I have 112 subscribers, and my views don't get a lot like anymore. I used to have a little bit more, but that's gonna change with this car probably. So anyway, we did really well. So today I was gonna work on the car. It got over here on a B20 map, which is funny because it's a D15, which is a 1.5, and my base map was good enough to run this 1.5 on a B20 map, which means that it would start up and idle and everything, and my dad didn't even notice that it was a different map. The car's low on oil, but that's what today's about. Give me 1 second, guys. Alrighty guys, so I've already started a little bit of work. If you've noticed, I'm back. I got some of this off. I'm probably going to take this whole strut bar off. No reason to really want it. It's whatever. So take the strut bar off. Like they marked the timing on it, so this timing is actually a little off. Looks like it's a little, I think it's retarded a little bit, because the distributor forward is, I think, oh no, that's advanced. No, it's a little bit advanced then. That might be what's causing it to misfire. So this is really interesting, because if you look at this manifold, look at how small it is, and then you see, like, I have my stock H22 intake in the shed, and this is the plenum on that one. Look at how massive that thing is. This plenum is literally about that big. It's at least a good 5 inches long, 5 or 6 inches wide. So you just kind of go, it's about that big. You'll literally think that's how big the plenum would be over this. So this thing, really econo. But I'm not mad. I like that I was even able to get a car that kind of ran. The last 2 cars didn't run. The Integra didn't even have a motor. I should have never bought the Integra. The Integra should have been an H2B, but it didn't even have anything in there. The car does have a manual rack, so there's no power steering, which is great for us, so we don't have to run power steering, because I do have the pump for that. But since we don't need it, I don't have to worry about it. We might possibly run into issues. I was looking with this radiator, because these are really small, and that's what I'm worried about. Is I'm wondering if this radiator is gonna be able to handle the output of this H22. But I mean, I can put it on the 85. But if you guys don't know, H22 castings for the block are right here. This is a 4Bs, which means every single cylinder in this one is actually 0.05 bigger. So it's still a 2.2 liter, but it's an 87.05 rather than a complete 87 millimeter flat. So I would need to buy the Type B pistons to rebuild this stock, but at that point you would just go to build my sleeve block instead, which I haven't got rid of. I just want to get a H22 or not H22, F22 or an H23 crank, 50 millimeter, and then get that balanced so we can spin it higher and make sure it's all balanced and ready for freaking, because with everything, if I'm running this car all motor, I'm gonna run the stock rev limiter that I used to have, which is 8,500 RPMs. So my car, I would shift this motor with this trans 8,500 RPMs on the motor to keep it in VTEC, and had to mess with VTEC to lower it to get it to stay in VTEC, because the way this trans gear ratio is, it pulls out of VTEC in second gear unless you're spinning it really high. So spin it high in first, hit second, keep second spinning high, because it's such a long gear ratio. But realistically, we wouldn't have that issue, because this car, even on the low cam, and that motor is going to have way more power than this. Time lapsing. So anyway, the first thing I want to do is I already did the negative, so that's all nice. For some reason, these transmission grounds tend to almost always end up rotting. I don't know why, so I'm probably going to have to get them eventually. But I don't know where to start yet. I think I might start with the fuel stuff, like the injector kits. These ones are easy because it's all on the top and it's not sunk in the back like the H22. This is going to be super easy. Then you just screwdriver. Everything is a little different on the world, but the B series and the D series seem to be a lot more similar than the H series. And I love H22. I love the K. I think the K series is Honda's baby. That is their gem. The K series, everyone like the K is like, you can do a lot with the K. You can do so much with the K that you can't do with any other series. There's no series, like nothing a B series is going to do to a K series if they're exact same setup and everything is the same. That B series is going to get walked. Well, it depends on driver. If they had the same exact like robot driver, okay, let's make that argument. So B series versus K series, I feel personally like I've been in a B series. My brother had a LS hatch, and he had a V20 VTEC, which I wrote the base map for all these cars. LS was hard. The V20 was way harder though. And then the V20 VTEC, we ended up destroying the lifter or one of the LMAs. We ended up, it's clacking, so he needs new lifters, the lost motion assemblies. But other than that car ripped on the V20 VTEC. I had put a lot of time into it. It just needed a new distributor. Ow. Well, give me 1 second, guys. The little pizza man's or the little Volatero man's coming, so you might hear some talk. I'm just taking off clips. Stuff I'm probably gonna sell. Getting back to the V20 stuff, like, yeah, a lot of people like the V20 VTEC might beat an H22. But I will tell you this, my H22, for what it was in an Accord, it was freaking quick for a car, you know? You don't think about like a Honda Accord being able to keep up with G35s and stuff, and and beat freaking all kinds of stuff from a roll. And then when I boosted it, it had a ton more power in the low end because that turbo was just too small. It's too small for the H22. It couldn't get it to, when VTEC hit, it would just open the wastegate. YouTube. I got so distracted I forgot to record a bunch of stuff, but look, I've got like the whole harness almost off. All this is all undone. The injectors, all of this. I just need to do the stuff under the car, drain it, get this off, the O2 sensor off, get the exhaust manifold off, and go from there. But we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I'm gonna probably just drain this here in a second. I don't have anything to do it with. I'm gonna do it ghetto. Don't do it my way, so I'm not gonna show it. And then I'm gonna drain the AC, or not the AC, the radiator here in a little bit. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you with a quick update. I got the car on jack stands and blocks. This car is so easy to lift up. It's so light. But anyway, I'm gonna get this bad boy all drained out, and then we're gonna go from there. And we'll start with that and get everything else kind of situated.